this conversation is to women, because a lot of women feel like the reason why we are where we're at is because of patriarchy, instead of realizing and accepting the reason why women are where they're at because of themselves, and the lack of remembering the power that they have. And some men can get triggered by this too, but it is the woman that holds the power. It is the woman that the ball is always in your court. Okay? It's not the men. It's not patriarchy. Some of the type of content that gets on my nerves is content that is always promoting to women that they don't have to change. It's the man. The reason why you are experiencing what you are in your relationships is because of you. The reason why you attracted a man that would treat you that way is because of you. And as soon as you can this is how you take your power back. You do not take your power back by blaming someone else for what they're doing, by pointing the finger at what someone else is doing. That is not how you take your power back. That is you actually giving your power away. And I heard this concept. It doesn't have to do with this topic, but this person, it was an Asian person. It was on TikTok. And they were saying that we give white supremacy power because we constantly blame it for the reason why we don't have what we have. Because they were saying in wherever they're from, Asia, that racism isn't an issue for them. They actually pride themselves if someone calls them a racist. But they notice in America, especially with Black people, that we are always uplifting the oppressor. So the only reason why the oppressor has power is because we're giving that power. Like anything that I don't have as a Black person, I'm blaming it on a white person. That is giving them power, but they actually don't have that power. White supremacy is not an issue, but because we're constantly focusing on it and associating it with why we are where we're at, we're giving it the power. And so that's how I feel about women. Women, we are constantly giving the power to patriarchy. We are constantly giving the power to the man, to men, when no, they're not the problem. We are. We forgot who we were. There's so many women out here calling themselves queens, but they acting like peasants. How do I know this? Because I'm looking at the man you got. I'm looking at how you present yourself every day. I'm looking at what your perspective is. I ain't no queen perspective. You ain't no goddess when you acting like a hoe. And women don't want to hear this. They want to just hear what the man ain't doing. And it's like, but he's a reflection of you. A queen would never attract a peasant. A queen will always attract a king. And even if you attract a man that has not come into the realization that he's a king, as a woman, you have the power to call that kingship out of him. But you didn't know that, did you? As a woman, we create worlds. Life can't happen unless it comes through us. Creation comes through us. The physicality of manifestation and of thought starts with us. Yes, the man has a sperm. Yes, I know that. And he implanted it in you. But at the end of the day, physicality in life can't be without us. So this perspective translate in every part of your life. It's not patriarchy. Patriarchy was only allowed to exist because we forgot who we were. We don't know how to harness our own power. We don't even know what that looked like. And most people think that our power is our pussy power. Yes, your vagina can influence the man, But you relying just on pussy power ain't going to help you. It's not going to transform you. It's not going to help you tap into that power. Yes, it will affect him, but it ain't going to do you no good if you only rely on pussy power. That's why so many women today throwing out their pussy like candy, because they think that's all that there are useful. They think that's their only value. It's what's between their legs. And you cannot have value if you truly don't understand what makes you valuable. And it's not that. Yes, you can influence people with that, but it's not helping you. Your biggest influence that can transform the lives of others and even yourself is your mind and your heart. Those two things. Not your vagina, not what's between your legs. It's your ability to think, and it's your ability to know what to do with your emotions and not be reactive. And the reason why I want to do this live is because I just want you to be aware when you see videos that are saying, you got a man that treats you bad, girl, you don't deserve that, and it's him, it's not you, you didn't do anything wrong. I'm telling you right now, what's a word we can use? I don't want to use the word gaslight. I'm telling you right now, that's smoke and mirrors, okay? Because if you got a man that is abusing you, if you have a man that is neglecting you, you have a man that's disrespecting you, it is not him, it's you. And the only way that you can change that situation or eliminate it is by you changing and you holding yourself accountable. And I know accountability is a cuss word for so many people, because the only way I can hold myself accountable, you got to hold yourself accountable first. That is not how accountability works. Accountability starts with self. You do not have the power or the right to try to hold anyone accountable. That's an inside job. You can confront someone, you can call them out on their behavior, but at the end of the day, they get to decide whether or not they want to hold themselves accountable, just like you, or just like many of you. Someone can tell you need to hold yourself accountable, but then if you don't feel like you need to, then you're not. So I can't make you hold yourself accountable. I can only hold myself accountable. So when I look at the people that's in my life, that's let me know everything about me. The reason why my relationship improves, because I improved. I raised the vibration of my relationship because I decided to change. I decided to remember my own power. I decided to be what I deserved. And it did not matter what he chose to do or not do. I would like to believe, and I would like to think that I was the one that transformed our relationship. That's how I step into my power. And I'm sure he has his perspective, but I ain't worrying about his perspective. Mind your business. Because I know who I am, and because I know what my worth is, this is how I speak. I decide how my life is going to be. As a woman, as a mother, everything evolves around me because I create worlds. Creation can't have life without me. And you can even change the words. Like whatever is going on, it can't happen if you don't give energy to it. Because that's essentially what life is. Life is energy. So if you keep seeing the same pattern and you keep going through the same situation, it is because that is the energy that you're putting out and you're going to receive it back. So if you're in a relationship right now and you're with a bum, what's that say about you? What's that say about you? I know you like to think that you a queen and a goddess, but you're with a bum. So he's telling you a lot about yourself. And it does not mean that every little thing that a person does that it's a direct hit from you. Because it's got to say that for the people in the back. But you know, when you keep seeing people show up a certain way, you know it has something to do with you. That's all I'm saying. Radical self-awareness. Being aware of yourself and using the people that come into your life to help you see more clearly. Because a lot of us like to think highly of ourselves. Of course, yes. Of course you pick up on yourself. Of course you're a great person. Of course you're nice. Of course, you love yourself. Of course, of course, people want to make themselves be more than what they're not. But it's the people that come into your life will really show you who you are. It's the people that come into your life that will really show you your lack of patience. It's the people in your life that really help you see that you don't know how to communicate. It's the people in your life that show you that you're really reactive. These people come into your life to show you this about yourself. And so this is why I believe that so many people today are leaning to being single, because they want to be in the illusion or delusion of themselves. Because anytime they get around people, they get triggered. Well, of course you're going to get triggered by people. That's what they're here for. That's what they're here for. And I tell you, don't run away from being triggered. Lean into it. When you get triggered, go deeper with that. Be like, oh, that triggered me. Let me investigate that. I wonder why that triggered me. But now we're just afraid to feel. We're numbing ourselves. And anytime we feel something uncomfortable, we want to scream mental health. And this is what's keeping you back. Just like blaming patriarchy, blaming the government. Who else they be blaming? Blaming everyone. But the message that woke me up 7 years ago was the black woman is God. When I heard that, it was so liberating. Now, I don't believe that the black woman is only God. I believe everybody's God. But I'm just telling you, through my spiritual journey, when I heard the black woman was God, it woke something up in me. It gave me permission to really live in my power. It gave me permission to know that I decide what I want. I decide how life is going to be, because I am God. See, I grew up in a Christian home. So I grew up thinking that God, only way I had access to God was through Jesus. And if I didn't do what they said, I was going to go to hell. That is how life looked to me. So when I received the message that I am God, it just made me remember. It was like a switch that came on. But I believe all things is God. But I definitely don't believe that there is one God and that this person is the gateway to get you there. No, God is here. I always have access to God, or that energy that we call God. It's always here. It's never not here. There is not a special person that has a better relationship or is God's relatives over me. Like, I do not believe that. And it blows my mind that people still believe in religion and Christianity and any religion that says that this person is the one. Like, this person is the chosen one, the almighty one of all of us. It's crazy to me. It's like believing in Santa Claus. It's like believing in the Easter Bunny. Like, to me, it's like they're just characters. And it's just funny to me how people like really shape their lives on these characters that they do not know if they were real or not. It's just people. It blows my mind. But then when you say, no, I am God. No, God is here. They look at you like you crazy. But this program, this messaging is what is permeating our human consciousness. And this is why when I say you have the power, it starts with you. Like, no, it doesn't. It doesn't. Because there's no way it can start with me. There's no way I have access to that. There's no way I can do this. Oh, no. It's not my fault. It's patriarchy's fault. It's this whole behavior in humans that life is happening out there instead of knowing life is happening here. It starts here and then. But a lot of people move, it starts out there and then it comes back here. No. Now, I get that most people would never have this perspective, but if you call yourself spiritual and you are on the patriarchy, it's the enemy, and if you're on the government, it's the enemy train. Child, you don't know what spirituality is. You still don't know who you are. You just like everybody else. You just like them Christians over there, playing emotions. But you just have different things in your hand, crystals and what else. They got the Bible and holy water, and you got crystals and sage and incense. The same thing. Because when you're spiritual, you realize you are a spirit having a human experience, and that everything that you are experiencing is you. Is you experiencing you. So when I hear women talk bad about men, or when I hear women blaming their woes and worries on men, I'm like, oh, okay, it's them. It's definitely not you. But I guarantee if I put you in different situations, that same pattern is going to show up, but you have not connected it back to you yet. It's still them. And I mean this, and the thing is, y'all, this message, I really mean this with love. Like, I really love you. For any woman out here, I really love you, because that's why I'm coming on here telling you the truth. These people ain't telling you the truth because they want your money and they want your views and they want your likes. I'm doing this and I'm not getting that many views or likes. I'm still showing up. I've been on social media since 2012. And I have yet to pop off yet. But it don't matter, like, viral or anything. Like, because it don't matter, because it's like, I'm just going to come on here and share. I'm just going to come on here and share, whatever I'm doing to help someone else out. But I noticed that. I noticed, and even sometimes when I might do a video that is more promoting that energy, I do get a lot more views, but I don't want to manipulate anyone. If I manipulate you, it's because it's benefiting everyone. I don't see anything wrong with manipulation, but I think manipulation can be bad when you're manipulating to get what you want instead of manipulating to give value to everyone. Like, it's different, but I just see it and I'm just like, this isn't helping. And so that's why I come on here, and it might be tough love, it might be direct, but I'm just like, all this other stuff is keeping you where you're at. It's keeping you in a delusion. And when you can break that wall, you can go anywhere. You can be around anyone. You're always going to be all right. Every time. But when you are creating a life where you got a wall around you, and it's like hot, it's like, them people that gotta wear a helmet because they're just like scared of the impact of something. That's how a lot of people are out here walking. They're scared of the impact of life. And I'm inviting you to feel it, to bring it on. It makes you stronger. It makes you resilient. It really makes you the queen that you think you are. It really helps you tap into that goddess energy that you think you have. but if you just like playing it safe and not taking risk and blaming everybody, like, you a peasant. You're a peasant. You're not a queen. And I just want to make that distinction for anybody that was confused.